So, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for another career spotlight. We are joined by Alexis today from City Year, and of course, I am Aaron. I'm the coordinator for the Career Connection Center office for Texas Women's University, and I'll let Alexis kind of give you some details of what she does.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this today. We really appreciate you being here. So my name is Alexis or Lexi, whatever you prefer. I work for City Year as a recruiter. So you might be wondering, like, what is City Year? Like, what am I watching about today, right? So we're kind of like a nonprofit gap year organization. So like upon like completion of like graduating from like TWU, you would join City Year, and what we're trying to accomplish is to decrease the dropout rate in high schools across the U.S. So it's kind of like a broad goal. So like how exactly are we tackling that as an organization, right? So what we do is we place like y'all in classrooms range from like third grade to ninth grade, English, reading, and math. And we're kind of just like trying to like help like fill in the gaps. Like we all know like sometimes teachers like have a lot of students and it's hard to check in with everybody. So we're kind of there to like help as more like a mentor and like advocate in the classroom and like help out with like the teachers and like students and then like kind of the school wide like organization like as needed. And it's a really cool organization too because we also help out with like before school programming and like after school programming such as like clubs and tutoring. We also help like host like sometimes events as well. My school had like a student mural competition, which is great. A lot of like rewards for like honor students and like perfect attendance and things like that as well. And then also just kind of like since we're asking y'all to like help out with like the students so much during the 11-month commitment that we also have kind of like opportunities for like partnerships with like grad schools. So like you would have access to scholarships ranging anywhere from like 25% to 100% off of tuition at a grad school that we partner with. And then we also have a stipend that you would have after the program to put towards either loans you have from undergrad or put towards grad school. And also to note too, even though we are a quote unquote volunteer organization, you are paid during that process as well, which goes directly into your bank account, ranges on site. So like if you're in South Carolina, you're not going to get paid as much as like a New York City person, but that just kind of makes sense. And you also have free medical, dental, and vision insurance while you're serving as well. So I really hope you're interested and want to listen more.
It's a great opportunity. Hardly do you get that experience, balance, benefits, so many awesome opportunities. And so, when you're working in the classroom, I see that as a huge opportunity to engage so many different kinds of people. And I think a lot of our students really want to know, like, how does your organization advocate or celebrate for diversity?
So that's a great question. So we're in schools that are like diverse. We want to make sure we're like there for like all of our students and everything. So if we're like going into schools, we want to make sure that our organization is kind of like modeling like what we're doing as well. So our organization is really big about diversity. We want to make sure we're like getting to like all different types of students. We don't want there to be like a majority of one type of student. So we go out there, we recruit from like all different types of schools. We go to different universities that are like PWIs, like predominantly like white universities, but then we also go to like HBCUs, like historically Black colleges and universities. We want to make sure we're hitting all different types of students and making sure they all know about our organization. We really kind of like want to have kind of like a welcoming like experience for everybody and make sure like everybody's voice is being heard. We don't want to like limit like opportunities for anybody. So we make sure, and like the recruiting end, kind of like where I work, we're making sure we like get all of the information to all of y'all. So we have everybody like have access to this information. So we have a lot of different people in our core that join.
Amazing. Thank you for that. I think alongside that is these students, a lot of our population going into the workforce, maybe entering some challenging economical times, maybe a pretty competitive job search too. What tips would you provide any of the students that get to watch our spotlight today?
That's also a really good question. So like when you're graduating and you're looking for like any job, I think really just kind of like use your network. You go to a university right now, so you know a lot of people, right? So just make sure you're like on LinkedIn. If you're interested in working in like marketing or like some other like sector, you could go on LinkedIn and be like TWU like blank blank, and then if you put those together to bring up people that work in that specific sector that you're looking for, and they also went to your school. So that's something you could start a conversation off right away and be like, oh, I noticed you also went here. Like, can you give me some advice? And even if they can't provide like a job or anything for you, like that might just be like a great resource to have like a conversation, give you advice, maybe like introduce you to some more people. Also join any like alumni kind of like networking things you see. So like for my school, like I went on and I joined a lot of like the LinkedIn like alumni groups for my school. If there isn't one, you can make one too and then invite other people, which would be really cool as well. And honestly, just like putting yourself out there too. So like if you see something and it's like must have like 3 to 5 years of experience in this thing, must have 1 to 2 years of experience. If you think you match the qualifications anyway and you don't have that experience, like apply anyway because you never know. And then you could make up and kind of like your knowledge and like skill set that you like developed like in school. And you like, oh, I have experience because I took a class on it. And maybe it's not necessarily like experience like working there, but you've like done things related to it. Like you could also tailor that like as experience. Like never let that stop you from applying for something.
Yeah, I completely agree. When you understand those transferable skills, then you understand like you can still have that same mindset and continue to walk confidently, I think, into the steps of networking, talking to people from that field, and continuing to see those opportunities, even if it's, yeah, it's pretty stiff sometimes. I think 3 to 5 years for someone who's just getting out of college is like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's with that, I think the next question kind of follows thoroughly with is what do you look for in potential candidates and where can students go to view some of the available opportunities with City Year?
So we have like people from like all different types of like majors and like universities that they attend in different clubs that you do. So to be honest, like we just look for people that like want to do the work we do. We want people that are passionate about education and want to work with like students in the schools and be mentors. So if you did psychology, like political science, biology, engineering, business, like no matter what you did, if you are interested in working with students and you're interested in like being a mentor and advocate, like we want you to definitely like work for our organization. And you bring like all different types of skills, no matter like what you did. So we've had people that are engineering majors like start like robotics clubs at schools before. Maybe people will start like book clubs if they're like an English major or something like that. So like no matter what you did or are plan on doing, like you would be an asset like to our organization. And we really do look for that. And then how you could look for available opportunities in our organization, you could go to cityyear.org. Again, that's cityyear.org. And you could look at like open, like kind of like positions that we have and like the different places we're at. So we're in 21 different states and 29 different cities. So definitely look for that and then reach out to me if you have any questions.
Amazing. I think the only follow up with that is do you have any current or upcoming recruitment events that students can join?
So it's a great question. So I actually will be on campus next Wednesday from 11 to 2. I will be at a table, I believe, in the student union. So look out for me. And I definitely plan on being on campus like later again this semester. So if you want to like keep on track of like when I'm going to be coming to campus, just make sure you're looking at Handshake and you'll probably see a lot of DMs from me. So make sure you're paying attention. But I'll make sure that that's like advertised and I want you to like recognize my face. And then City Year is an organization. So I'll definitely be on campus times this semester.
I will definitely vouch for Lexi. She's been fantastic to work alongside, and I think just a great conversational person. And that's another key skill set right there. So coming from her background, y'all, it's a very great opportunity to just build your network. Like Lexi said, I think a few times now, it's just follow those interests. Definitely, it sounds like City Year is a kind of people oriented, of course, right? Company that really wants to build those skills, especially backing that up with pay and equal benefits. So, what an awesome opportunity. Do you have anything else? Because I'm kind of curious to know a little bit more about City Year, kind of along the lines of like some of the locations, some of the opportunities.
So that's a good question. So for location, so again, we're in 21 different states, 29 different cities. So in Texas specifically, we're in Dallas and San Antonio, but we go all the way up to Seattle, King County, and Seattle, like on the West Coast, like all down California. We're also like a lot on like the East Coast, like New York, Boston, all that, and kind of like all like across like the South and the Midwest. So there's a lot of opportunities there. And I think too, like it's really cool because if you're also interested in like working for like a nonprofit and working for like City Year after, there's a lot of options for that as well. If you like City Year a lot, volunteering in the schools, you could go on as like a second year because you're allowed to do the program twice in a row. And then you could also, your second year, also apply to be like a team leader. So for that, you would have a little bit more responsibility and help like lead like the new core members, which is really cool. And then if you want to stay in like the nonprofit sector, like they also have open positions along like way like a lot of different types of things. Like I'm in recruiting, so there's like recruiting things like marketing, a lot of different like opportunities there. So I think City Year is like a really good organization and a great place to begin your career after graduating.
Wow, that's so cool. So you've kind of continued to be with them. Have you done one or two like back to back with City Year?
So I graduated from college in 2020, and then I did a full year. And then I kind of like just knew right away that I wanted to go into recruiting. I was a tour guide in college, and I honestly just like love talking to people. And like for tour guiding, you're kind of like quote unquote like like selling and like recruiting people at the university. And I love getting people like excited about the place that I was excited about. So I was like, oh, I love the city. I like working here. So like I think I would get a lot of like joy out of making other people excited and kind of giving people like the like a similar experience like me and helping them like along the path too of like helping figure out like where they want to go like next on their route and like helping make that transition as well.
Oh, that's so cool. And you get to continuously use that. Now you're kind of returning to campuses in that sense and using that same skill set. Oh, that's so fun. That is just about all the questions I have for me. Was there anything else that you wanted to kind of bring along from City Year?
I also just want to mention you could contact me at along6@cityyear.org. Again, that's along6@cityyear.org. And I'll also be contacting y'all again through like Handshake as well. And that also will have like my email and other contact information on it. And you could also go to cityyear.org to look a little bit like at the website. And again, like I will be on campus on Wednesday. Like if you have any questions, and I'll be on campus as well later on through the semester. So if you see my face and you want to talk, please stop and chat, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you so much for your time today, Lexi. It's been a pleasure sharing this virtual room with you, and I can't wait for you to get to campus and get to see some of our students and again, share more about City Year. So thank you.
Thank you so much for this. I really like having this space and for you having like such a great questions, like thought provoking. And thank you all so much who are watching this right now. And I hope you're really excited about City Year. Again, look out for me on campus and throughout the rest of the semester. And I'm really excited to meet everybody in person.
All right, everyone, take care and have a good one.